Cecelia, hello, welcome to Dubai, welcome to Z Connect.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm so thrilled to be meeting you, and I want to tell my audience, for those who don't know, Cecelia is a very popular best-selling author, renowned for novels such as P.S. I Love You. You would of course know about it, and of course Where Rainbows End. Well, we are so excited to see you in Dubai. How do you feel here?
I'm so happy to be here. I was here, the last time I was here was 10 years ago.
Oh.
And I used to come every year on a family holiday and we absolutely love it here. So this is my first time actually working here, but this is like a
But 10 years later, Dubai has changed, hasn't it?
So much. So as I was driving through yesterday, I was thinking, oh my God, I remember when things had just been started, the metro, or what do you call them? Is it the metro?
The metro.
The metro, they were only building it. So,
Yeah.
so there was a lot of things that were only being built when I was here that I could finally see, finalized.
Yeah.
It's such a vibrant, amazing place
Yeah.
to be. I feel like I'm in the future. I mean, there's absolutely nowhere that touches Dubai, so I'm really happy to be back.
It's ever evolving, ever growing every time you come here. Even in a few months, you'll see something new.
Yes, it's amazing. It really is.
True.
Yeah. I always tell people who've never been here, I'm like, you have to, it's like visiting the future. For us,
Yeah.
it's like being in the future.
True. Well, it's so great that you're here part of the Emirates Airlines Festival of Literature. And let's talk about your novels now. Well, your debut novel, P.S. I Love You, I mean, it became an international bestseller. And then it got adapted and got made into a movie which became so successful. Did you ever imagine it would go that level?
No, I just don't think you could imagine that. You know, it was absolutely phenomenal. It was a phenomenon. And when I sat down to write that book, I was 21 years old. I had just finished college and I was really trying to figure out what to do with my life. And this story took over my mind and my heart, you know, and all I could do was sit down and write it.
Yeah.
And I was writing it just for myself.
Yeah.
I had no intention of trying to get it published. I just thought that was too big a dream, really. And so becoming a published author and having the movie, it was all so much. It was incredible, really, and gave me a career. So I'm incredibly grateful for that book and the life that it gave me.
Super.
And it's actually, we're 20 years now.
Yeah.
It's 20 years since it was published, which I can't believe because I still feel 21. That I don't look 21.
No, you don't. Absolutely not. Sorry if I reminded you your age.
It's okay.
So tell me, your novels generally are focused on themes like love, loss, and personal growth. What draws you to these themes, and how do you incorporate them into your storytelling?
I have always been, since P.S. I Love You to this day, I'm intrigued by the human spirit. I just, not that I love to hear about bad things happening, but I'm kind of drawn to hearing about traumatic, challenging events, but how people overcome it time and time again. And because I think that's what life is like, you know, we're constantly faced with challenges.
Of course.
We get over one and then we're faced with another. But through that journey, we just we dig deep and we become a different version of ourselves. And I just love writing about that transformation.
Yeah.
You know, how we can feel like we're at rock bottom, but it's kind of just a springboard in the end to the next version of yourself. And I just find it endlessly inspiring and fascinating and moving and uplifting as well, because even though I want to write something deep, dark, sad, challenging, I always like to bring it to an uplifting place.
Yeah.
So I think I'll continue 20 years on to be writing about that, because it's such an interesting part of the human experience.
Yeah, yeah. Well, your novels also have like strong, complex female protagonists generally. So can you throw some light on having more representation and diversity in literature?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a challenging thing to write about, because people, I think as a writer, for me, and I have written some male characters as well, but I think whenever I create them and whenever I can, if I'm in their minds, I can see the world from their eyes. And it's fiction. So, but I do think and I don't look at it from outside saying I need to write about strong women for the sake of society. It really is just because I am a woman and that's my experience, and I know I'm kind of comfortable with that, and I know how to write about that. And even though I am an Irish woman, and you know, cultures may be different, I've realized that our human experience is always the same, no matter where we are. And I think P.S. I Love You was the first thing to show that to me, that no matter what country you live in, I'm kind of reaching out and connecting with women everywhere.
Yeah.
So writing with my perspective, I think, does cross borders and you know, holds hands with women everywhere. You know, I don't mean to sound that in a cheesy way, but it just feels such a connection that we're all made up of the same stuff. You know, we're all experiencing the same things in life. Hopes, dreams, despair, you know, challenges all the time. So it's important to hear everybody's story, but I think that we are so similar that one story can be shared with everybody.
Absolutely. Cecelia, tell me, you write for novels, you write for plays, you write movie scripts. So is there a difference in storytelling when you write for these different mediums?
Ultimately, no. I think that, I think structure is different and it's kind of just technical stuff that's different. But when I approach it, it's the same way. But I do have a feeling from very early on if something's going to be a book or if something's going to be TV, because I'll think, well, this feels more visual. You know, I want to be able to see this, or this is a thing that is continuing. You know, we can see this character every week, perhaps. With a novel, you know, it's more of I've got my beginning, middle and end, and it's something that I want to capture, you know. And obviously I'm mainly a novelist. That's where I've had more success, and that's where I'm more comfortable. But I do like to, I suppose, it's not necessarily play because I take it very seriously, but it's more new to me to work in TV and film. But as a very visual writer, I approach it in the same way. I see the story in my mind and then I write.
So talking about television, because you have moved into that segment as well, you're co-producing the television series Roar. Tell us more about it.
That was an amazing experience. It began early with Samantha Who. Over 10 years ago, probably maybe 15 years ago now, I created a TV show for ABC in the States. And so from then on, I continued writing, or trying to write and develop shows for TV. But Roar is it's a production with stars Nicole Kidman. It's based on Nicole Kidman and many other actors. There's 8 episodes, and in each episode there's a different actor. And it's based on my short story collection called Roar, which is about a woman in, as I've explained, a different kind of moment of transformation, a challenging moment in her life. And it's very quirky, it's very surreal, and genre bending is what it's been described as. Very unusual, but very grounding in that every woman can identify what each character is going through. So I've enjoyed that a lot. It's my first time being an executive producer on a TV series, and I've learned a lot from that. And
what is the one thing that will stay with you and you'll maybe try to change or you want to do more of?
From the experience?
From the experience of producing.
Well, I definitely want to do more of. I think that's it. But I think collaboration is key. You know, when it comes to writing novels, it's really just like a very solitary process. And the story is mine.
It's yours entirely.
And with TV, it's far more collaborative. I think I've yet to learn, you know, how much you give away, how much you try to keep, and that's, I think, forever changing. And I'll always be learning about that. But to collaborate with people such as, you know, Nicole Kidman and Bruna Papandreou and the amazing writers. It was such a powerful, amazing, like powerhouse women, really. So I think a lot of it was me sitting back and learning from these women, not me telling anybody anything. It was just me learning, you know.
No, I'm sure you were inspiring them in your own ways and also picking up things from them.
Learning a lot, I was learning a lot.
Well, we wish you all the very best for your future projects. May you keep shining like this, and may you keep growing and being more and more successful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cecelia. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.